This is a reminder that your stance on political and social justice issues is not your opinion. Those are your values, and I'm not obligated to tolerate your values. A preference of pancakes over waffles is an opinion, and it tells me that you don't value proper breakfast cakes. But a belief that trans people don't deserve healthcare protections, that tells me you don't value trans people. Do I think that people with different values than mine deserve employment, dignity, food, water, shelter, safety? Yes, but I don't owe you my patience, kindness, or friendship.
Hey, good morning. Baseman here reminding you that the state of Mississippi didn't legally end enslavement until February 7th, 2013. Yeah, that Benny Thompson, you know, the guy in charge of the January 6th committee? He's also in charge of Mississippi's 2nd Congressional District. He's been in charge since 1993. That district, in 2022, still has black people living and working on plantations. I can't make this stuff up, people.
I have the kind of autism where you don't think I do until I say it, and then you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Why are Americans so uneducated?
It's the school to prison / military pipeline. More emphasis on the military. We all know that prisons go after minorities. They want poor people, they want brown people, they want black people. They don't want us on the streets succeeding. What's one big pipeline to success? Higher education. Why don't we have free college? Because what would happen if every American was able to get educated and get a better job? The military would not be able to prey on poor and BIPOC students to join the military. Let's think of a scenario. Oh, I have one. You have a kid who is average. He's not, an AP student. He's not, white. He doesn't have much scholarship opportunities or not enough. Hey kid, you want to join the military? We have student grants and shit. Oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna go to Japan. I'm gonna never go to college because you guys pay me enough to have a good job. They want to keep us dumb so we can be pawns for imperialism.
Remember, the Lord is watching you.
It's been a while since I spoke directly to white people on here, so hi, again. You cannot be actively anti-racist without inconveniencing yourself as a white person. It's just not possible. You cannot be actively against systems that are literally designed to benefit people that look like you and not inconvenience yourself. And I think this is the thing that a lot of you don't recognize when you go and ask Black creators to tell you how to help. The problem is not that the resources for you to help are not there. They are. People are providing them. People are telling you where they are. The problem is that the things that are effective are also inconvenient for you because they require you to decenter yourself. They require you to put yourself at a disadvantage. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're not willing to be actively and effectively anti-racist.
National parks were a tool to remove indigenous people from the land that they've been stewarding.
I'm going to be honest, the comment section under this video is a bit horrendous, but some people have actually gotten upset over me just stating that if you're not indigenous, your opinion on land back doesn't matter. I think it's funny that so many of you will claim to stand with us, but you would rather have discussions about whether or not we're actually capable of managing the land that has been stolen from us, or you'd like to dance around the narrative that tribes don't exist anymore. But my most favorite thing that I've seen is acting entitled to education but not actually wanting to listen. In the comments of a video I made, I explained that land back is not going to exist within the confines of a white colonial construct. Federally recognized, state recognized, unrecognized, that's all colonial terms used to genocide us. But sure, continue to tell me that I can't think deeply about things.
I know that you have great taste, Adrian.
My name is Luca.
Have you ever felt the urge to run away from people or places that are safe? Some individuals on the autism spectrum do feel this urge, and when they act on it, it's called elopement. So why run away from somewhere safe? Isn't that dangerous? Yes, it's absolutely dangerous and can be life-threatening. Elopement can happen for a variety of reasons. Sometimes a person wants to see or get to something that they don't have the ability to ask for. Sometimes when an autistic person is feeling extremely upset, they may panic and run without having a specific destination in mind. Other times, an activity might be happening that the person doesn't enjoy, so running away might be their most effective way to communicate that they don't want to participate. People who elope may not understand the dangers of it or what they could do instead. It's important that caregivers and professionals take this seriously and work with the individual to teach them safer alternatives.
Bitches will really just put on winged eyeliner and a lace choker and just call it a day. And they're watching this video right now. Take your estrogen, you're late.
What if it was purple? Up first we have, let's see it purple.
Does this top make me look fat? Uh-huh. It's cute, but it makes me look fat, so that's a no? I don't think it's a no. It's cute. Do you think fat's a bad word? No, I guess I just want clothes that kind of are a little slimming, you know, like they just kind of slim me out a little bit. There are no clothes that do that unless you have a magic cloak that I don't know about. But my all black outfit makes me look a little slimmer. I mean, sure, at first glance, but it doesn't actually hide the fact that you're fat. Yeah, you should really work on your internalized fat phobia. Well, you should really work on your people skills.
What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm just gonna go out to this club with a few friends. You should probably consider getting your monkeypox vaccine before you go out. Why would I do that? So you don't get monkeypox? Oh, well, I'm not gay, so I don't really see how that'd be an issue. Plus anybody who gets monkeypox at this point kind of deserves it. It's like an STI. It's not my fault you're having sex and being a slut. Even if it was an STI and it exclusively affected gay men, that would still be a horrible thing to think. And it leads to more stigma in the queer community, which directly translates to hate crimes, as well as legislation that ignores the community like they did during the AIDS epidemic. And it ends up affecting you. Me. How? Well, if you believe that it exclusively affects gay men, then you won't do things to reduce your risk of getting it, because you feel like you have an immunity by not being a part of the group of people that are affected by it. So I can get monkeypox as a not gay person? Anybody can get monkeypox. So then why isn't the government giving everyone vaccines? And why are they telling us to focus on gay men? Because it's easier to do that than address the problem.
No, y'all, I just don't understand how straight men be fucking up so badly in these relationships. Because if a bad bitch asks me to do something for her, I'm gonna do it with the quickness. Like, you don't have to ask me twice. This is your world. I just reside in it. Like, I'm on my knees for you. Like, why is that so hard why is that so hard for men to comprehend? Like, I'm really confused. If you a bad bitch, I love you.
Whenever I see leftists, especially leftist men, be so adamantly against a lot of feminist theory and how it pertains to the gender binary patriarchy, I remember like the primary issue of feminism for people who are against it is that it disrupts social structures, specifically social and class structures that have existed and almost predated any other type of oppression.
Like, it's very important to recognize, like, when people make the distinction between gender and gender roles, like, there is actually no distinction because gender primarily serves as a function for social structures and roles in society. Like, that's just how it fucking works. That's not really even an argument. That's literally just what it is. And asking people to forgo social structures that have existed for literally thousands of years is going to be fucking difficult. But this is why feminism is important. It inherently challenges our class structures. And it uniquely challenges identity essentialism in ways that other movements don't often address.
I'ma be taking them pics, looking all fly and shit. I'ma be the flyest chick. I'ma be spreading my wings. I'ma be doing my thing. Do it.
It looks like J.K. Rowling is finally starting to face consequences for being a TERF and just a terrible human being. They tried selling these first edition signed copies of the Harry Potter series at auction, and no one wanted it. And to make matters even worse, both Lumos and J.K. Rowling promoted it on their Twitter accounts, and nobody cares. So maybe the world is finally starting to heal.
Afrominimalism is an art installation about how the black dollar is often deemed more important than black health. I created over 30 soft sculptures based off of slight abstractions of black hair care product. Let me know if you recognize any of these. I'm selling bundles of 3 or 4 of these soft sculptures on my website. I also have prints of the original drawings.
Show me something or someone that would be a better senator than Ted Cruz.
I actually think Ted Cruz is a pretty good senator given the circumstances, and I don't really get all the hate for him on TikTok. Like, it would be really hard to be in the U.S. Senate and not be a human being. And of course, Ted Cruz is 16 undead weasels who formed an alliance and live inside of a suit. Is he one of the 5 worst U.S. senators? Yes, of course. But he is the best U.S. senator who is 16 zombie weasels inside of a suit, right? Like, give the guy a fucking break.
Taking a chance because I like you a lot, so give it a shot. Give it all that I got.
Walking down Cass in my bathing suit, and there's a man riding his bike behind me. Let's see if I get catcalled. Probably not because I'm over the age of 16, but...
You invite me to the pool one day.
I would literally rather choke on my own spit until I die.
You're literally not imagining it. There are more rats. You want to know why? Because the New York City Department of Sanitation keeps getting its budget cut. You know whose budget keeps increasing, though? The useless NYPD.
The last thing is that lesbian bars are just less
fun.
No.
Oh, no, I just meant... No, hold on, no, I didn't mean... I meant, for me.
What is one thing you can tell a white person that'll make them glitch?
That the rage, jealousy, and obsession with black culture is 100% rooted in the emptiness of whiteness. Because there is no culture outside of white supremacy delusion. Whiteness has no culture. It just seeks to assimilate as many other cultures into it, hoping to have one. And it never succeeds. Because white supremacy delusion is inherently violent and erases everyone's ethnicities, cultures, histories, so on and so forth. So white people who are interested in doing anti-racism work, being an active anti-racism, being an active accomplice, have to embrace who they really are first. They have to do trauma work around the loss of their identity because of whiteness. Are y'all willing to do the work?
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
Well, the autism won today.
I'm so sorry. My son has autism. And every day, since he was a little boy, autism has been trying to take him away from me. From the screaming to the crying. He won't even hug me every day. Autism is stealing him from me. Ah, he's mine. He's all mine. And now he's 23 years old. And he still plays with Legos. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Autism, it won't win every day. No. It can't win every day. You will get through this. You will get your child back.
What? No, I'm autistic. I just got to bang a guy because I was wearing a cool superhero t-shirt.
What?
Maybe your son needs a cool superhero t-shirt. Look, it's got Jesus on it.
The hoes gon' love this.
Oh, sweet, they have Karl Marx koozies. Yeah, this bucket hat says eat the rich. Socialisttshirts.com. It's a custom Bernie shirt, but it's designed to look like a 90s rap album. Huh. This will be great to wear in the fall when I go back for my master's. Oh, sweet, it's a vintage Union t-shirt. I wonder what this union does. Nice. This sunglasses company has a manifesto. I'm not a liberal, I'm a leftist. Now, how do I put that on a pair of shorts? Liberal, I'm a leftist. Now, how do I put that on a pair of shorts?
Okay, so that video is objectively hilarious, but it raises a very real point, which is please do not buy union merchandise from non-union, objectively fast fashion websites like Redbubble. So many unions, from Amazon Labor Union to Unite Here, which represents hospitality workers, to the News Guild, all have their own merchandise stores, all union made in the USA. And all merchandise that's been produced that's union made should have this symbol right here, which is called a union bug. You can see it here on the sweatshirt in AOC's merchandise store. And at the end of the day, it shows that those who made that product have fair wages and fair working conditions.
Oh good, you figured your gender out. Wait, what is that? Is that a sexuality crisis?
Okay, but did you guys know that the amount of pollen that's in the air right now is actually not a natural occurrence? Because y'all know palm-colored people touch everything up, right? The reason that everybody and their mamas is getting jumped by pollen and allergies recently is because we have more trees producing pollen now than we ever had in the past. It is called botanical sexism. We all know that America doesn't want to plant trees that produce fruit because that would be feeding people without them paying for it. What kind of trees bear fruit? Female trees. So they literally do not plant any female trees and they only plant male trees. What do male trees produce? Nothing but pollen. So if you think that there's been an unnatural rise in pollen and allergies, you are correct.
So I went through the comments. What am I doing wrong, bro? Bruh, this isn't even fair. I ain't buying it. What am I doing wrong? As long as you're happy. I think I'm the problem at this point. Yeah, you probably are. How, Ethan? How? He don't know what he doing with that. Another what am I doing wrong? Ethan must be rich. So let me get this right. We all know the demographic of people commenting that. So y'all know how men have told us, oh, y'all only want a guy that's 6 foot, that looks like this, that looks like that. Typically, they say that we're looking for a man that by societal standards is very, very attractive. But then when y'all see a woman dating a man that's outside of those standards that y'all say that we have for men, this is how y'all respond. This is not the first post that I've seen that under. That's why a lot of y'all are single, because you're miserable. Having that kind of response to somebody else's relationship is weird.
I really like to post revealing pictures of myself on my social media. You know, it's my body and I should be able to do whatever I want. Cool. And what about you? Well, I prefer not to show my body on social media. That's just the way I was raised. Cool? Yay! Everybody's minding their own fucking business.
Why did this lady just come up to me and say this?
June is over. It's not Pride anymore. Take it off.
To say that Elon Musk is an evil billionaire genius or future Batman villain is to imply that he is smart, meticulous, and good at planning things. He's none of those things. He's just a doofus Redditor who's cosplaying as Gordon Gekko. I guess it's impressive that you can meme your way into having the US economy into a fucking chokehold, but it's more sad than anything else. If you know anything about his government-subsidized projects, you know that they're fucking worthless at best or massively dangerous to the public at large at worst. Okay, so I guess I get it. It's kind of like an ice cream cone, but it's savory food?
To all the firstborn daughters of conservative Christian families out there, how's that extremely belated teen phase hitting for you?
You're very beautiful.
I know.
Why do you smell so good?
Because I don't use deodorant and I only take bubble baths.
Actually, I have answered what is a woman without making a joke, but people tend to pay more attention when I make them hee hee ha ha, which is why you saw that video, and not the one preceding it in which I clearly state that anyone who says they're a woman or identifies as a woman is a woman. Now, how is it that simple? It's because scientifically, womanhood does not exist. It is a culture that we invented around what scientifically does exist, the reproductive system. On one end, you have a body that shoots sperm, and on the other end, you have a body that houses eggs. Now, there are other bodies, but I'm trying to keep the attention of small minds right now, so I'm not going to get into that. Houses eggs, shoots sperm. Other than that, there really is no biological or neurological difference between those two bodies, but boy have we invented so many to live by. Stay-at-home mom versus working dad, pink versus blue, all of that is just us taking those original roles way too far. Women are nurturing and homemaking, men are aggressive go-getters. House eggs, shoot sperm, it's too obvious. And maybe those things were a hair more important when we needed to populate the earth, but believe me, we have populated the earth, baby. We do not need to be populating it any freaking more. So where does that leave us? Well, gender, womanhood, manhood, all of it is really just a culture. It's a shared history. It's a way of being perceived, and it's an identity within our society. We live in a society. Sorry, that was a joke. I know you don't like those. Long story short, womanhood is a state of mind, trans people are sexy, gender is dead, and you know what else? Gay rights.
I got my sights set on you, and I'm ready to aim. The last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down. I just stuttered when you asked me what I'm thinking.
Oh my god, you were born this gender, not this gender. You can't just fucking... I was also born a baby. Sometimes people change.
Yeah, I'm a boy. I just refuse to piss standing up. Yeah, I don't know. Something about looking at my penis just is awful. Do you ever think about growing up to look like your dad and you just start sobbing? Like, broad shoulders activate my tear ducts. Hear me out. What if I shaved my legs? To be more aerodynamic. So the erections are supposed to happen when you look at the girls, not the boys? Oh, okay. Writing that down. Sorry, I think I'm just gonna have to do some re-hardwiring here. Oh, I'll come work out with you all. I just won't do any arms, abs, or chest, because if I make my body look any more masculine than it does right now, I just won't be able to look in mirrors. I won't do it. Oh, you're having girls' night and you didn't invite me? Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Why does this hurt so much? LOL, yeah, like trans people are so gross. But can you imagine if I was a girl?
You know, at first I was offended because I thought you were talking about my tatas, okay? But then I realized, oh, my hair is loud. So, okay, that's all.
Good morning, USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day.